took my bait, but I took their brother. Greenling right there. That's how it's done. We're gonna be cooking these up right over here on an island next door. You guys stay tuned to see how they're gonna taste. Hey there guys, today on our video we are doing a little bit of a tutorial and catch and cook on some Greenling. So it's just the middle of the weekday. We had a day off and it's pretty
nice out there.
What time of year is this? Late February?
Late February.
Yeah, and so we're gonna go out and show you guys how to catch some Greenling. We already have our rod set up right here. So, and if you're wondering where we're launching out from, this is Washington Park, out of Anacortes. For those of you know, you know. Right back there, actually that direction, is James Island, and we're gonna go out there. If we hopefully get some fish, try and cook them up for you guys. Here's what I'm running. A little shrimp lure and then a little minnow with a 2-ounce lead. Right, so I'm just gonna pitch it out right in the middle of the kelp. And
try not to get stuck on the kelp.
Yeah. But you're just gonna let it settle down to the bottom. We'll see if we can't show you guys a hookup. Let's see. Oh, fish on. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and that's the right one. Just like that. So we got one finally. There you go. It took no more than 5 minutes or so. They're super easy to find. He took the minnow, but yeah, this is super pretty fish. The males and females will have different types of colors, but usually what we like to do with them, we'll grab our bucket, put some fresh water in there, and we'll take it and we'll dunk them in there. That's a perfect eater size. Any smaller and we would let him go. But he took that minnow right there, and these Greenling have a wild talent in making mess of your gear, so be prepared to get a little frustrated, but that's okay. Any fish yet?
Nope. Just a sea lion.
You had some on.
I had a couple bites. That's it though.
Yeah, we're trying out this spot and then we're gonna head over somewhere else, probably over towards those islands over there. Let a sea lion cruise through here and now we're not really catching much.
Philip's got fish on. He's stuck in the kelp with the fish. Let's see. Sure it's a fish?
Yeah. Here, reverse. Oh, oh. Is it that same ling caught? No, Greenling. Flip him in the boat.
Oh, another pretty one.
Flip him. Woo! We'll have to work on your technique.
We usually have a net. Little guy. Very pretty though.
They look
That
awesome.
little mouth. Oh, it's cut my finger. I put him in the water.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Fish on. Oh yeah. Nice one. Get him in the boat. Quickly, quickly. Nice. As long as he ends up in the boat, that's all I care about. Finally.
Yay!
It's a really nice,
It is a nice size.
eater size. Took your bait.
He's hungry. Oh, Boone would also like to take the bait.
And the thing about these fish is that hook is not even in him. He's just biting down on it, and that's why I can't get it out. Here, give me that pliers. There it is. See, he let go. I'll trade you fish for rod. Just got a fish. Nice Greenling. Okay, boat flip him. There you go. Boom, perfect.
Watch out, great size again.
Just like that.
Can you move, doggy?
With these minnows, right, they slide off, so your goal is to just go through the nose and see how it's ripped up on the end right there. Go ahead and bite off that tip, and it just helps it keep it nice together, and you can usually get 4 or 5 fish off each bait before you got to replace them. Same thing here, right? Just coming into a kelp area, casting it out, and yeah, you're gonna get snagged up, that's just a part of it. And we're just poking around. These are kind of our lesser producing spots, and we're gonna try and see if we can't pull a fish out of here.
Stuck already.
Oh, fish on, there you go.
Yay. Oh my gosh, a lingcod!
Oh yeah, lingcod followed it up.
Lingcod. Watch out, Boone. Little guy.
It's all tangled up. Took my bait. He's bleeding quite a bit, but he's perfect size.
Nice and pretty.
Nice and pretty. You can see it's quite shallow here. You can actually see the bottom. So we're just trying to be as mindful as we can. But Greenling fishing is all about boat control, so is lingcod fishing, especially in these areas where if you can't tell, I mean, she's just fishing the other side of the boat and she's already caught 3 or 4 and I've caught none. And oh yeah, fish on. Yeah, so see, oh, popped off, dang.
He's little.
There's Scott, nice boat over there. So these are what I like to use, just gulp minnows, and I ended up buying these at Cabela's. They're just like a shad style lure, and they look like this. And I mean, they look pretty similar, but one thing that I really like about them is that they are a fraction of the price. So we're gonna put it on, and I'm immediately noticing the plastic on them is significantly thicker. The one thing nice about the Gulp product though is they have a scent on them, and they just work super good. We are drifting backwards a little bit, so I'm gonna cast a little bit up towards current because our gear's gonna be running back. And we've already lost 2 fish here, but we'll see if we can't catch something. Ay! You got my finger!
Did he actually?
Yes, I can't pull it out. Ow, 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 ow.
Oh my.
Give me my pliers. Let's see if we can't catch one more before we go cook these up. Oh, oh. Oh, fish on. Yeah, fish on. Oh, you took the new lure. Look at that.
Ooh.
They do work. Need extra lightweight. There it is right there. So you can see they're different colors. Some are orange, some are this, they call them blue because these dots will turn. So now that we're done fishing, step 2 is cooking up the fish. And there's no reason why you gotta all go all the way back home. Out here in the San Juan Islands, there's plenty of public islands that you can access by boat. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We have probably 8 or 9 Greenling in the boat. We're gonna head over to this dock. We have a cooker on the boat. We're gonna get everything set up and show you an awesome recipe to eating these Greenling. Anyone who tells you that these are not good table fare is completely wrong. There are a very specific taste and a specific texture, and it's unfair to compare them to lingcod and halibut, but they're still wonderful table fare with great limits to catch them. So a few hours of fishing, we did pretty all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fish, right? More than enough to do several meals. We're gonna go ahead and show you guys how to fillet up a couple of these, and then we're gonna cook them right here up on shore. So you can see this is kind of a really good eating size right here, but right, these smaller ones, right, they'll eat just as well. And if you actually take a look, this one has completely different markings than any of the others. And if I recall correctly, it's between the males and the females that you get the different markings. And the closer you get to the breeding season, right, those colors will become much more pronounced. I mean, we'll catch these and it'll be like a neon orange on them. So super easy on these fish. What I like to do is I come in on the top, I squirrel on the spine, just like that. And after I squirrel on the spine, I just come in. And Greenling are super cool because they're one of the few fish that actually have square scales. So you can actually see that they have really square scales. But once I did that squirrel on the top, I'm actually coming in and I'm just doing one slice there, and I'm not worried about any of the guts or anything. My biggest thing, and he's dispatched, right? So he's just, his nerves are just going off. And my biggest thing is you just go along, take your time, boom, and you get perfectly white fillets. We're gonna get those rinsed off, but before we do that, what I like to do is come in, do the other side. Same thing right here. Come along the bottom. And it's okay if you get any of that dorsal fin on top. We're gonna cut it all away here in a second. Boom, take your guts, feed the crabs, and then what you get right here, clean white fillet. And usually what I like to do is come in, slice up along the bottom. Keep moving. There's your skin. You can deal with it, you can eat it as well, but boom, you have your clean fillet. Just like those fillets, we're gonna throw some breadcrumbs on them, and we're gonna cook them up.
All right, made it to James Island. We're gonna take the dog, let him go to the bathroom. But man, this is pretty. Check out that view. Mount Baker in the back.
I can't believe I've never been here.
I know, it's beautiful. Come look at this view.
That
Look.
guy says he thinks that they extracted all the raccoons, but I'm like,
Look at Mount Baker.
So we just went ahead, parked the boat right there. Having a little bit of lunch. What are you making?
Free shivaku.
Yeah, we're just taking some avocado, making a little bit of a cheese quesadilla, and then I'm gonna cook up this fish, right? We just went ahead, grabbed these 2 fillets, super clean white meat. We'll show you how we treat them. Let me show you how we're gonna do this. We're gonna have some plates right here, make our lives a little bit easier. So we're gonna grab our plate, take our fillets, lay them down. You can see the most important thing, pat them dry. You don't want your fillets wet. It just really doesn't end up with anything good. Then we're gonna put some Everglades seasoning on top. You can really load it up with this stuff. Pat it in, flip them over. Just like that. Right, so now you got lots of seasoning on your fillets. We're gonna grab our egg wash. And this part gets a little bit messy, and that's okay. You got your egg wash right here. It's just 2 eggs that I went ahead and threw in there, and then you have your panko breadcrumbs. I'm gonna grab my fish, and I just grab it and I throw it in there and slosh it around. What this does is helps just kind of coat the fish with a layer of egg. We're gonna go ahead, throw it in the panko breadcrumbs. Some butter, and you just want a tiny bit of butter, like about a stick. Yeah, that's the fun part of this. You can't have too much butter. Also, take a look at this knife. It's a custom-made fillet knife by my good friend Grant. He ended up making this for me, and I absolutely love it. So boom, we got our butter. It's nice and hot. And right here, we have our fish covered in breadcrumbs. And I like Ziploc bags. It keeps everything clean, keeps the cleanup easy. You can see it's perfectly coated right there with lots of seasoning. And we're just gonna go in and set that down. And we want it nice and hot. And that butter's still warming up, so we're gonna get a little bit of heat going on that. And once that gets cooked up, we're gonna slice up a little bit of avocado and show you guys what it ends up turning out to be like. Then we're gonna come over here just like that. So we got our avocado in there. So remember, all this was is a little bit of seasoning, a little bit of breadcrumbs, and we're gonna flip that piece of fish on there just like so. And then to really bring it all together, we're gonna come over here. We're gonna put some cheese on top. Grab ourselves a fresh lime, slice it, grab your lime, put a little bit of lime juice on there like that. Boom. That's your lunch. That's what that's looking like. I like a lot of extra lime on mine. We're gonna squeeze that up. Boom. And that's literally one fillet. So one of those tiny fish ended up resulting in something that is super, super tasty. That's your end result, just like that. So good, so much flavor, especially a long day out on the water. You end up eating something like this, you can go right back out there and keep at it.